Hey guys, we're back. Give us a like, comment, subscribe if you can. Our video today is on the basis of Mr. Chris Boucher. He had a
Yeah.
monster game against the San Antonio Spurs. Unfortunately, the Raptors lost. We did do a recap of it, check it out. But Boucher, as mentioned, second game in a row, he looked solid, but tonight looked absolutely stellar. Had
He looked
22 points, 10 rebounds, 7
career
blocks.
game.
Yeah, when's the last time you had heard a guy get 7 blocks? I mean, there's few guys in the league who have that potential, and Chris Boucher was guarding a guy bigger than him, and he puts up 7. I mean, good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we all had a bit of and we know he's good at getting blocks. He's good at putting himself in the right position for it. But we've all had our thoughts on how we believe he's a little bit undersized for the center position. He fits more of a power forward role, but on this Raptors team, they really need him to be a center. And he showed up today. And if he can show up like this, or even put up close to this, so guys, in case you're watching it on a different day, he put up 22, 10 and 7. Like, not just a regular double-double. He also got 7 blocks along with that. And against Aldridge, I know they lost by 5, but he got key blocks in the fourth quarter. He looked amazing out there. And if he can get put anywhere close to this, then he's not just in the talk for most improved player. He's probably going to win it. If you guys didn't check out our 2K simulation videos, but we ran 2K 10 times between the two of us. And Chris Boucher was the most popular, most improved player. And I I can see it at Ben, but the way he's playing right now, I can not only see it, I do think it's a real possibility.
And funny thing is, we had another, like on that 2K simulation video, someone commented saying maybe OG could be most improved, and I thought that was a good
Yeah.
pick. But OG looks like he's going to be what we know OG is versus Chris Boucher. He's taken that step that a lot of people kind of rumbled that he could. Obviously, G League MVP. With last year, maybe he doesn't put up the best stat line, but obviously came on strong towards the end. I believe
Yes.
he had, what was it, 9 and 6 in the last month of the season. And then it's a guy too who, like you said, position wise, he just knows where to be on the court. He's a pretty decent mid-range shooter too. Last year, throughout the year, shot just under 80% from the free throw line. So, I mean, if he's out there 20, 25, 30 minutes per game, those are the things you need him to do. And I mean, he's doing more than what was asked for him. He had a solid game the first game too. He had what, 12 and 5, 12 and 6. He had
12
another
and
two
6.
blocks. Yeah, another 2 blocks. So, I mean, between the two games, I believe he's the NBA blocks leader so far. And this is a guy who was again a G League MVP 2 years ago. Wasn't even playing in the NBA. So that alone deserves like a most improved kind of just storyline, even if he doesn't win the award.
And let's be real, the most improved player, as much as the MVP award is what every player strives for, we know certain players are not going to get to that level. The most improved player award over the last 2 decades has been consistently given to a player who has not only gone on to be a better player than was the year before, but has gone on to become an all-star. The
Yeah.
only player in the last 2 decades to not become an all-star after this, like at one point, at least I see as an all-star, or because we don't know Brandon Ingram's going to be a seasoned all-star again this year. But the only player out of the last 2 decades was Ryan Anderson. And even Ryan Anderson still was a consistently high leverage player
Yeah.
who championship teams brought in and paid him a lot of money to do what he did best, which was shoot 3-pointers.
Hmm.
So just being in that conversation is amazing. Like, if you're looking at Pascal Siakam winning it 2 years ago, his points per game didn't even go up by 10. Boucher, if he averages 15 and 8, even 15 and 9, which is very possible just given the extra minutes, that's a big jump in production on top of potentially averaging 2-3 blocks a game.
Even if
Like,
he, yeah, even if he has 12, 6 and like 2.5 blocks, like that alone deserves
it's a big jump. I
exactly.
don't think that'll win it for him, but that'll get him into a conversation at the very least. To win it, I think he does need to get up to that like 16, 17 point per game level, eight rebounds roughly, or 7 or 8 rebounds, and then put up the 2 blocks a game. But even if he does that 12 and 6, and that's still a lot more than we were expecting Chris Boucher to do, and he's as a Canadian player playing on Canada's only team, I am loving every minute of it. He's getting more and more shine, more and more spotlight in the moment. And this year, he's got the minutes there. And if he doesn't play, I've already talked about how Alex Len is there waiting for Boucher to screw up. But right now, Boucher looks like he's taking the reins, and it's gonna be a good year for him for sure.
Yeah, and even if maybe it's not most improved this year at some point, and I need to think about it too. If the Raptors could have two most improved players in 3 years, no matter what organization you are, that says a lot about you, not just in terms of
Yeah.
your scouting ability, your terms of being able to actually develop players to what they know they can be.
Chris Boucher didn't start with the Raptors.
No, and not only that though, but in college and like everyone plays D1 ball. Most NBAers were
They all do.
leading player of their NCAA team, and most of them just don't reach their potential. Versus the Raptors have a great ability to make those guys reach their potential.
Fred VanVleet
Yeah,
wasn't a most improved player, but he's been probably most improved consistent point guard in the last 3 years.
absolutely. Yeah, so it's
So
just
it's a
again,
great system.
absolutely. And on that note, definitely subscribe if you guys can. We'll have a lot more content out. But at the moment, we believe Chris Boucher is the
Chris
runner
Boucher,
for most improved player. If you guys think anyone different, definitely let us know in the
let us know.
comments. Maybe a couple other good guys you might see. Maybe if Lonzo Ball has a big year. Maybe if a guy like Aaron Holiday has a big year. I don't know. Let us know what you guys think about other players. We'd definitely be interested to hear.
That's it, guys. Thanks, guys.